What's going on, ATH? Welcome to episode 5 of Becoming an All-Terrain Human. And in this episode, we are going to talk about your calves and how to make them flexible fast, and how tight calves can be affecting the rest of your posterior chain and be robbing you of crucial performance. Think about how much your calves are always working. They're carrying you every single step of your life, and if you're an active person, you put even more load on them. So it's time to stop neglecting those calves and give them a little bit of TLC before you have stiff, brittle, and painful calves. Quick anatomy time here. The calves are the starting point of your posterior chain, and they even have an influence on your hamstrings, lower back, and neck. Believe it or not, the calves could even be part of why your lower back is stiff. So right now, we're gonna give you a 3-step process to make your calves more flexible, improve their performance, and help alleviate those nagging pains and strains you may be getting while you're exercising. But first, if you like our channel, go ahead, click subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a single episode of Becoming an All-Terrain Human.
Step 1, smash your calves. The calves can get a lot of neural tension from being used so much during the day. So give them a little self-massage, which will help them calm down and be ready to become more flexible. You can calf smash with a roller, ball, or barbell.
All right, we are getting into the calf smash. So today we have a few tools at our disposal. We have a big ball. You could replace this with a softball. We have a basic foam roller. And then last we have the most gruesome part, which is the barbell. We have some 10-pound plates on it to give it a little bit of elevation and give yourself a little bit more leverage to get into those tissues. So today for the calf smash, we're gonna do a minute 30 on each side, and we're gonna show you exactly how to do so right now. So grab that foam roller. I don't know if you're going too far. Just like kind of like around.
Should really get a new model.
All right, we're getting into the calf smash. Today we have a few tools at our disposal. We have a basic foam roller, we have a big ball, you could replace it with a softball, and lastly, we have the most gruesome tool of all, the barbell, elevated with some 10-pound plates to give you some extra leverage to get into that tissue even deeper. And so for the calf smash today, you're gonna do a minute and 30 on each side. So we're gonna show you exactly how to do that right now, and we're gonna start off with that foam roller. So what you're gonna do, start at the bottom of the calf towards that Achilles. You're gonna cross one leg over to add some extra pressure, and you're gonna start by going forward and backwards. And when we're here, we're gonna find things that we think are hot spots, just things that are tender. What we're hitting is the mechanoreceptor, and we're just getting that calf to cool down and improve that tonality of the muscle. And then what I want you to do is start going side to side. Make it 3-dimensional. You don't have to stay just forward and back. When we go into the inside, we might be hitting a little bit of the posterior tibialis. So when we create that 3-dimension, we will be hitting different muscles and different tissue. And then halfway up, you're hitting that triceps surae where the gastroc and the soleus meet. So you might find some extra tender points there. And then lastly, we're gonna build all the way up to the top part of the gastrocnemius, which is the top calf muscle. And when these calf muscles can get tight or they have a lot of neural tension, they're going to add extra pressure on that knee because they cross the knee. And so if they're getting really tight, a lot of neural tension, they're pulling down. So we want to create some slack in that knee joint, and we can do that by smashing the calf. Next, if you have a big ball, like a softball, you can do like so. Just get one foot on there. You don't have to cross, and balance that ball and go nice and slow. When you have a bigger ball, people tend to rush it and then they fall off the ball. What we want to do is go slow, sink into it. If you find a really, really bad spot, you can contract, relax, and make it even worse for you. So that's option number 2. And then lastly, we're going to pull this barbell in. She's going to turn around for you. And so when doing this one, you can go ahead, just put one foot on. You're going to get your hands, and then you can use that hand almost like a dough roller in your kitchen to make it even more painful and make yourself have a mild conniption before your workout. So those are your 3 options to smash your calf. Find which one you like best, and I'm sure you will hit some really gruesome spots. That's your calf smash.
Step 2, banded distraction. The ankle is a mobile joint, and sometimes the joint capsule can get stiff, which in turn makes the calves stiff. And the only way to stretch the capsule is to use a band, like so.
All right, we are getting into the band of distraction. So the ankle joint is very, very mobile. It has a thing called a joint capsule, and what happens as we get older, the joint capsules get stiff. They're what encapsulate that joint. They have a lot of bursas and other things in there. And so the only way we can actually make a capsule looser is by having that external pull and external force like we're about to show you. So we have a 35-pound plate. What you need is something about that is 3 or 4 inches high that you can prop your foot up on. We have the medium resistance jump stretch band. You can find those on Amazon or any fitness website typically. And then we have it attached to a kettlebell today, but you can just do it on a pole, a pull-up rig, you name it, but we have it here for videoing purposes. So let's get into this band of distraction. So first point of performance when setting up is you always want that band lower, as low as it can possibly get, like it is, so we are getting a downward pull on this ankle, because what happens is we get very tight, the joint capsule starts to approximate in the front part of the joint, and so we're actually trying to get it to kind of pull back posteriorly. So this can be a little bit tricky one to get the feeling, so you're going to put that other foot slightly forward, or you can put it wherever you feel a better stretch. And then we're going to get a stretch in 2 different spots. So when our knee is locked out, we're getting a stretch at the top part of the calf on the gastroc. So when we're in this terminal knee extension, we're getting that gastroc to open up. And then when we bend the knee forward, then we may be feeling it in the front. If our anterior tibialis is very tight, we just might feel pressure like it's blocked. Or if you're not necessarily so tight there, we may feel stretch in the gastroc, which is what in the end run is what we want. We want to be able to feel a stretch at that bottom part of the calf. Typically, if you cannot, that usually means we're just a little bit too stiff on this anterior portion, but we still need to do this exercise. We need to press into that blockage and just keep driving in and out and opening up that ankle joint. So what I want you to do today, you're just gonna hang out for about a minute on each side, 2 sets. I want you to actually get in there 2 times to really go ahead and make some good changes in that joint capsule. That is your band of distraction.
Step 3, single leg eccentrics. The calves can lose their ability to absorb force. Think landing while running. This exercise is going to be great for runners, walkers, basketball players, and even lifters.
All right, last one is our single leg eccentric. We've been doing everything to get to this point, to the exercise that will actually truly make a difference and change in your tissue and make some lasting mobility change in that calf. And not only that, help you prevent injuries and help you prevent from tearing your Achilles as you get older and it starts to get stiffer. So today, what you're gonna do is find your nearest stairwell, will probably be your best bet. Find a stair so you can put your hands on the railings. But today we have some type of elevation. So we have a plate and then we have 2 PVCs just so she can hang on to. So you're gonna need something to hang on to with your hands for this exercise. But we're going to show you our best example in the gym. So we have 2 PVCs she's gonna step on. So we're gonna load this right side that she is standing on. So we're gonna go up with 2 feet into a regular calf raise, but then what we're gonna do, we're gonna kick one leg off and go down nice and controlled for about a 3 to 5 second count. Then we bring that other foot back and help it up concentrically. So we're going down, we're controlling that eccentric nice and slow, and then we come back up. So you'll see for her, she kind of likes to turn her toes out to the side. So if you're somebody who has your foot, you're more in like a duck stance, I want you today to get that foot square so we can hopefully load that Achilles directly straight instead of getting some oblique angles onto that Achilles. But like we said, the calves and especially the tendons like the Achilles, eventually they don't get as good at absorbing force and doing this big eccentric load, which puts the most pressure on that Achilles. And so that's why you see guys that are in their 40s, they start to tear their Achilles on the basketball court because it doesn't have the eccentric strength and it is tighter. So we're getting 2 things with this. We're getting more flexible and we're getting stronger in those tendons, and we're preparing our ankles for bigger loads like running, squatting, jumping, playing basketball, you name it. So give this one a whirl today. What I want you to do is start off for 2 weeks doing 2 sets of 6, And then eventually I want you to work up to 2 sets of 10, and then finally get up to 3 sets. Go down 3 to 5 seconds on that descent, and then bring that other foot up so we take a little bit of pressure instead of trying to come back up on one leg. So that is your single leg eccentric. Boom! There is your 3-step process to making your calves flexible and doing it fast. If you're someone who gets in your 10,000 steps each and every day like you should be, think about how those calves are taking 10,000 contractions each and every day. So of course they're going to be tight, and as we age, they're going to get even tighter as we compound years and years of movement on them. So do yourself a favor and give that 3-step process a try so you can stop getting those calf strains, you can improve your shin splints, and you can start to feel better while you're walking, running, and just moving through nature. If you like that 3-step process, give us a thumbs up. And the question today that I want you to answer is, let us know the furthest run you have ever done at one time. Leave your answer in the comments below, and until next time, go out there and continue to make that world your playground.